Today's the 28th of December 2023 and it's the Dia de los Inocentes. It's the Day of the Innocents here today. Sort of the equivalent of April Fools, and the only one I've actually noticed this morning was one in the Ultimora newspaper, which had an article about the cathedral. The bishop here of the Baleares was saying that the cathedral is going to be converted into a luxury hotel. Well, obviously it was.
I hope he was in on the joke.
An April Fool's or Dia de los Inocentes Day joke, but it was quite nicely done. And Eduardo sent me that in the newspaper. I'd already seen it online, and I posted it on Facebook. We're down in Cala Mayor, and we're just going to go down to the beach, have a look at the beach. I'll just show you a little bit where we are in Cala Mayor. The road up there goes to San Agustin. If we pan round, it's a lot of derelict and a lot of graffiti. That road there goes down towards Palma. But if we go down this road, which actually doesn't look too bad, it's a bit of a clean, but it's not too bad. This takes us down to the Cala Mayor beach, which is actually not a bad beach. One which is sometimes used by the surfers. And the reason we're here is because Anita's just been this morning to see our friend who's 93, and she's now in a home.
Doing very well, she is.
And
nice to see Barbara.
Yeah, so nice to see Barbara. And so she's been a bit poorly over the last few days, but she's back in the residency now, and she's been very well looked after, which is a great relief to us. She's lived all her life, a very independent life. And up until recently, used to look after herself in her own apartment. Well, she's now in a residence home and being looked after. See, there's some work going on here. That's the story of everywhere at the moment. Hotels like that one is closed up, and this one on its side also all closed up. We're just making our way down towards the beach.
I used to walk down here every morning when you dropped me off when you went to school. It was nice.
Very close
Daily
to where
walk.
I used to work at Baleares International College, and Anita used to come to school with me some days, and I'd get off and go into work, and she would walk home.
Most days.
Most days, yeah. Well, it's a sunny day. There's a few clouds, and some of them looked actually quite dark earlier on, but the weather forecast said no chance of rain. Temperatures are reasonably mild, and supposed to be getting better as the weekend progresses. There's people on the beach. Anyone think it was spring? There's actually people sunbathing on the beach here. No lifeguards. Dogs swimming in the sea. Children playing football on the beach. It's quite sheltered, and once you're in the sheltered area, it does actually feel quite mild. And the beach itself is split into two sections. So this is the first section, and then there's a little bit of a jetty, and then there's another section. I'm pretty sure I've seen someone in the sea over there. Actually, out of the breeze, it is really very mild.
Is this a hotel here with people sitting outside? Hotels?
This looks like a hotel here. So another way you can actually get to the beach. If I would probably go out that way when we've been for a walk. Along here, there's beach bars and things usually along here, but everything closed for the winter as you'd expect. Seems to be quite a few people on the jetty.
Lots of people around, aren't there? Rochester.
One of the propositions at the moment that's in the air is to ban smoking on beaches and terraces of bars. Just coming to the second little beach. Yeah, there's more people on the beach making sandcastles and in the sea as well. And swimming over there. Wow.
December. Is it really December?
Is it really December? This is a good question, isn't it? This is the Nixie Palace Hotel just here. This is where we've been down. Some friends of ours used to stay here actually, but we used to come down to see the footballers go off before the football match. So a lady going into the sea. Some more people going into the sea as well. Dog being taken for a swim. Hope it's on a lead. The other reason to come out today was to go to the one of the Palma Council offices because the bus passes need to be updated, and Anita has one for Palma and she's always had that, or at least for a long time, and it just needed to be updated, so he did that for her. And it means that she'll continue to get a concession on the bus next year. Still not very clear what's happening. The central government, that's the government in Madrid, is giving the Baleares 43 million euros to pay for free transport on the island for 2024. And so the TIB buses, which is the yellow and blue, so if you're in Palma Nova, they're the ones you're going to catch anyway, for us will be free. They won't be for you, but they will be for us. And the trains and the trams, they will also be free for us. But in Palma, they have blue buses, and it's EMT, it's a different bus company. And the Palma Mayor has said, no, you're going to have to pay next year, but you're only going to have to pay the same as it was in 2019. And so for most people that'd be 80 cents a trip if you've got the card. If you haven't got the card, that's €2. And for pensioners it's 30 cents. Well, it's still very much up in the air, with only a couple of days to go now to find out whether we're going to get free transport in Palma. I'm actually registered in Calvia, because that's where we used to live, and it's never been changed over. So the man's told me I've got to go up to Calvia to get a letter to say that I can have a free bus pass in Palma. So it's just somewhere else I've got to go.
But we've got the time to do it, so it doesn't matter.
So yeah, we can do that. Otherwise I'll be having to pay on the bus. And really, just now in the sunshine, it is really beautifully warm. Super. So we'll try this tunnel to the right here. In other videos from time, we've seen all the waves splashing against the rocks over there. There's not much in the way of waves today. Go out here. It's only a little slope, but there's a handrail, should you need it. It's a very built-up area, and much of Cala Mayor is run down. And when you consider it's the first beach you come to as you leave Palma going west, you'd think Palma would do a little bit about this place and get it all tidied up. So
this is one of the best restaurants, supposedly, the Crow's Nest.
Crow's Nest, yeah. We used to have school end of term dinners there at the Crow's Nest. the hotel here is actually open.
Oh, this is where the people are sitting on the terrace.
And we just noticed people sitting outside, but it is open. We could go up all those steps, but we're not.
No.
Instead, we're going to stay on the level. So as Palma expanded, this is like one of the first areas to the west that built up, and it is very built up. Not just with hotels, but with lots of apartments. So a lot of people do live around here, so lots of the shops are normally open. But it is, I don't know, it seems to me to need that TLC. There's a lot of graffiti, a lot of things that are broken or damaged, a lot of work that needs to be done. And it comes under Palma Council, and they've just got a new government in there, and one of their things that they were saying was going to clean up the city, and they prioritise certain areas. And certainly where we are, which is actually the same postcode as here, in Geneva, they did come along and they did lots of work on roads and walkways that were blocked by trees and bushes that had overgrown. This, of course, in the summer will look totally different, because these places, I'm assuming, will be open. But not open now.
They're not usually open when I come past at 8 in the morning.
No. And there used to be on the opposite side, where all the metal is and the graffiti, there used to be a mini golf there, and there used to be a discotheque, which was an open air discotheque. This is where a lot of the students that we taught when we first came here, they used to hang out around this area. Certainly the boarders. It's a boarding school. The boarders would always be around here. Strange collection of different things in this shop. So that's an EMT bus there, characteristically blue, and that was a bendy one. Noisy one.
Want to have a coffee here?
Can do.
In that corner?
Yeah, you can find a seat in the corner. As you can see, it's suddenly become very, very sunny. That's where we are. So we're trying to get a corner in the shade, and we've got our coffee. So cheers, everyone. Cheers. Very nice. Well, that was a nice coffee at the bar Piccadilly, and we're just going to make our way up back to where we parked the car, which was up in the hills because we couldn't find anywhere lower down. You can see what I meant about being a bit run down and graffiti everywhere.
This says best burgers on the island, darling. Do you agree?
Ooh, I don't know. Could be. Best burgers on the island. I thought I had that last week while you were away.
Yes, I will say.
It's another way down to the beach
used to be
here.
our old school, didn't it?
Well, not that apartment block now. But there is a way down to the beach just there, a few steps. And well, this apartment block was built in the grounds of what used to be the kindergarten to the school we taught at originally. And the building in front, which used to be also the Salvation Army, that used to be the school. And for those with very good eyes, it actually still says Baleares International School.
Telephone 2.
And it's got the old telephone number up there.
And I remember we came here and had a really nice meal with ginger. This nice ginger. Remember?
Yeah.
That's an Indian. Who's been it? I don't know.
Closed for holidays. But this used to be also the Salvation Army. Up the steps there. And the Salvation Army still do a lot of good charity work on the island, but it seems to have changed over the years. They used to bring people in from either England or from America even. We had someone in charge of the Salvation Army here from America. Son used to go to our school. I don't know how it works now, but they still exist here on the island, and there is a Spanish version of them, and they do a lot of good work. They've got a second-hand shop, charity shop in near to Palmanova. I nearly forgot to mention Violetta, the florista, which is run by friends of ours. And it used to be owned by Darryl, who sadly passed away this year. Darryl Williams was the PE teacher at the school where we taught for many, many years. And he sadly passed away. It was nice to see him. Well, only a year or two ago we saw him, didn't we? He was over here. And his daughter runs it now, and wish Claire all the best. Hello. Interesting talking to Rosemary, who runs a charity here. And interesting charity looks after people. They've got apartments that look after people who are homeless, and in particular they've been looking after lots of refugees. But the government here have said, you don't need to do that now. We'll do that, because you're getting a lot of money from the European Union. The European Union are giving Spain considerable amount of money to look after the refugees, the boat people in effect, who are coming into Spain, into Mallorca and into southern Spain. And so the European Union is funding that, which I guess they would have done if the UK might have stayed in the European Union, but the UK chose to leave, so they don't get any help from the European Union. Well, we're nearly at the top here. You can see it's all changed over the years a lot. Used to be our bank here. No cell. Yeah, no cells windows. Lots of these massage parlours have popped up around Palma. And the bar on the corner, which used to be a bank, has now been gutted and is derelict. So, that's us for today. An ambulance coming up the road. Hope it's nothing too serious. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.